I didn't know what else to do.
You talked earlier about having this feeling that someone was trying to pin something on you, that devil's trap thing that you mentioned before. Now, the prosecution has built this case largely on circumstantial evidence. How about we talk about that and see if you can account for some of it, all right? There was testimony that your palm print was found on the murder weapon, Detective Andy Harrison's service revolver. Do you have any idea how that print may have gotten there?
Detective Harrison and I, we lived together. I mean, I often had occasion to handle a gun, and to put it in a drawer or just put it away or something.
Did you ever fire the weapon?
Absolutely not.
And you testified that the gun dropped to an undetermined location, but you're fairly certain that it skidded away from the edge of the boat?
Yes.
And you and Detective Harrison realized at the same time that her service revolver was missing. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was when they gave her back her stuff at the hospital. And we both know that Carlo had been alone at my apartment after he beat her unconscious.
Mm-hmm. And you could see nothing in the shadows at the time of the murder?
Absolutely not.
Regarding the Commonwealth's evidence C7, do you recognize this shirt?
It looks just like the shirt that I was wearing that night.
The shirt that came with the tuxedo that Carlo bought you?
Yes.
You keep saying just like. Why do you presume that this isn't the shirt?
No, because it can't be. After I left the ball, I took off the shirt and the tuxedo and gave it to Goodwill. And there was no blood on it. When I found that one later, it was covered in blood, so I figured it had to have been planted.
Any idea by whom?
I'd have to say Carlo. I mean, that's why I figured he was in my apartment in the first place. He was there planting it when he ran into Detective Harrison.
A pure conjecture, Your Honor.
That's exactly what I'm asking this witness for, Your Honor.
We've been over this ground, Mr. Gannon. Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, there's been testimony that you took this shirt, this bloody shirt that you found planted in your apartment, and you took it out to the square and you burned it. Is that true? Did you burn this shirt?
Yes, I took it to the square and burned it.
And could you please explain to this court why you did that?
Because after I found that shirt with blood on it in my closet, I knew I was being set up. I could just feel the noose tightening around my neck. I thought about taking it to the police, but I knew they weren't going to believe me now that Carlo was dead, so I burned it.
How well did Carlo Hesser know you? Did he know you well enough to know your worst nightmares?
He knew me well enough to know I'd rather die than go back to prison.
Ah. So setting you up to make it look like you committed a crime would be the perfect payback for having done undercover work against him, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So that's why it's your belief that Carlo Hesser himself set you up?
Definitely.
And yet he became the victim of his own plan?
Sometimes things happen. I thought it was a pretty good plan. Unfortunately, Carlo didn't live long enough to see it work. Somebody must have known about his little plan and about his little escape and took the chance to get rid of him and nail me to the wall at the same time.
Your Honor, motion to strike. This witness's comments are within the scope of direct, as we have established it in this case, Mr. Gannon. Motion denied.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, as to regards to the Commonwealth, you have made some substantial errors in judgment. You burned the shirt that you found in the back of your closet with blood on it. And then you fled from the law when a warrant was issued for your arrest. Am I leaving anything out?
Yes, you're leaving out the biggest one of all. The fact that I went to work for someone like Hesser in the first place.
So, you've come here and you've acknowledged all your mistakes, but what ultimately led you to turning yourself in?
My parents, especially my mother, raised my brother and me to believe in justice, to believe in the truth, the law. I used to always laugh at them, for their blind faith, because I was always the cynical one. But when I saw my mother losing that faith and becoming as cynical and as beaten down as I was, I couldn't allow that. So I had to turn myself in. So no matter what happens here today, whether I am acquitted or convicted, I want to say for the record that I am innocent. And the people that know me, that really know who I am down deep in their heart, well, no, I did not murder Carlo Hessel.
Pretty good work, Vega.
But Dan, I know you don't believe I'm innocent, so I'd appreciate it if you keep it to yourself.
No. Please understand my client has no further comment at this time. I will give you the exclusive of a lifetime if you get those guys out of here.
Oh, RJ Gannon!
Hey, you're doing great. You really are. You just stay calm when Hank does his cross, all right? He's going to try and light that Latin fuse of yours. All right? Stick to the facts. Please don't let him provoke you.
Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
I think I'm going to get a drink of water before I go back in.
Vega, excuse me, you ever heard of a guy named Arturo Irizarry?
Yeah, that's an alias Carlo used to use.
The passport. It's a passport.
Yeah, what?
I'll get back.
Antonio, Hank is ready for your cross. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
Wow. Congratulations, Mr. Vega. I've tried a lot of cases, but this is the first one in which the defendant has asked the jury to believe that he's been set up for murder by the deceased. Tell me, Mr. Vega, exactly what did Carlo plan to present as his corpse?